In a coordinated operation between the FBI, the Department of Justice, DOJ, the Virginia State Police, and ICE, a top leader of the MS-13 gang was arrested this morning in Woodbridge, Virginia. The individual, a 24-year-old man originally from El Salvador, is considered the main leader of MS-13 on the east coast of the United States and one of the three most important leaders nationwide. The operation, which took place around 6 a.m., was closely monitored by FBI Director Kash Patel and Attorney General Pam Bondi, who followed the action in real time via cameras installed in the area. All of our law enforcement agents are safe. That was the #1 thing, stated FBI Director Patel in an exclusive interview.
We were able to be out here in force to show the American people, to be here in person, that this means a lot to her and the mission. Safety is our primary concern of these communities, and we effectuated that today.
Attorney General Bondi also expressed her satisfaction with the outcome of the operation, emphasizing that thanks to the FBI, we took one of the worst from MS-13 off the streets this morning. She stressed that the safety of communities is the DOJ's primary concern. According to released information, the MS-13 leader resided in a residential apartment complex in Woodbridge.
First reaction is all of our law enforcement officers are safe. That was the #1 thing. They're safe. They executed a clean, safe operation, and the bad guys in custody. And thanks to the FBI, we got one of the worst of MS-13 off the streets this morning.
The arrest was carried out by SWAT teams, who found weapons at the location. Although other people, including children, were present in the apartment, the gang leader was the sole target of the operation. The name of the detainee has not yet been released, pending his first court hearing. However, authorities reported that he was more of an operations leader than someone directly involved in drug trafficking.
Separately, he's one of the top 3 leaders in the country. Again, remarkable as he's just 24 years old. There's a press conference that begins with the FBI Director Kash Patel, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin coming up in just a few moments. We're told there's a heavy coordination between Virginia and the FBI and Department of Justice on this.
A press conference with FBI Director Kash Patel, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin is scheduled for today, where more details about the operation and the arrested individual will be released.
You let good cops be cops, and we're going to continue to let good cops be cops across this country. President Trump gave us the executive decision to go after and safeguard our communities. General Bondi is our warrior of justice leading that charge. Governor Youngkin, it's an honor to be a partner in this operation with you and U.S. Attorney Siebert. This is the mandate we have. Right now we have an American dying every 7 minutes from a drug overdose. That is a national security crisis we have not seen ever before. We have a woman or child being raped every 6.5 minutes in this country. We have a homicide twice an hour. No part of that metric is a safe and secure America. But thanks to the brave leadership of this administration and the folks that you see here, we are returning our communities to safety. As you heard, we took down this morning a top leader of MS-13. That is not done easily. That is done with brilliant law enforcement. And right here, I'm proud, and I think the governor knows I'm biased, having graduated from the University of Richmond, to have this here in the state of Virginia, here in our Northern Virginia resident agency, with our partnership with our Washington field office and our special agents, our SOS folks, our intel analysts, and our support staff. My priority has been law enforcement across the country, and that will not change. But law enforcement across the country cannot be done just by Washington, D.C. and the federal government alone. This task force was stood up 1 month ago. In 1 month, the brave men and women on this task force from state, local, and federal authorities have arrested 342 criminals in the state of Virginia alone. We wanted this to be a successful model. It is a successful model because of you, because of your men and women on the streets. We have the easy job in Washington, D.C. You take it to the max every single day. You put your safety on the line. You put your selfless desires ahead of going home and seeing your families at night because you care more about safeguarding our schools and our community than you do your own safety. So we will always have the backs of good cops because you have the backs of the American people. And this task force is going to go everywhere it is needed across the United States to bring the form of justice and measured security and safety that our American citizens deserve. It is an America First model because we live in the United States of America. And if you are here illegally, you will not be here any longer. And if you are going to continue to commit acts of violent crime, you will meet the same fate that this individual did this morning. And I just want to reiterate what our partners said behind us. This is not possible without the folks that do the job every single day. And as director of the FBI, it is a privilege to lead some of these brave men and women. And the only ask that I have of you in the community is the next time you see a cop, thank them. The next time you see someone safeguarding our schools, shake their hand. The next time you see our brave men and women of the FBI and the local and federal state police take down a violent terrorist, maybe give them a hug. Because those guys, those gals are the ones that are going to continue to keep our city safe. And we will not stop until this national security.
America is safer today because of one of the top domestic terrorists in MS-13. He is off the streets. MS-13, they are organized, they are violent, they are committing homicides throughout our country. They are one of the most dangerous gangs in our country, and we are going to fight until they are completely dismantled.
The arrest of the MS-13 leader comes amid an ongoing effort by federal and state authorities to combat crime and illegal immigration in Virginia. Recently, 214 illegal immigrants were arrested in the state, and there is speculation that information obtained during those arrests may have led to the capture of the gang leader. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the recent capture of a top MS-13 leader in Virginia? How do you think this will impact the community and the fight against gang violence? Share your opinions and insights in the comments below. Let's discuss the importance of law enforcement efforts and the ongoing challenges we face in ensuring public safety. Your voice matters.